I wonder if anyone can see me yet. Oops. One moment. Alright, everyone. My name's Heroic Rob. Actually, it's Legendary Rob, but I was formerly Heroic Rob. I decided to give myself a name change because I'm legendary. So this game here is called Halo 3 ODST. Timer, if you haven't started it yet, will start after this load screen. And you can go ahead and time. So yeah, this game is called Halo 3 ODST. It's one of the more underappreciated games in the Halo franchise, and especially in the Halo FPS category. So you're not playing as Master Chief in this game. You're playing as the rookie, the ODST, who is in this pod right now. So it's, what we have in this game is a bunch of ODSTs were attempting to board Regret's ship in Halo 2, but instead Regret's ship did a slip space maneuver. So what happens is the ODSTs that were in their drop pods, when the slip space jump took place, it shook everyone's pods and sent them all over the city. But their real mission is really to recover an asset, and wow, I got a speed boost off that. That's very rare. Alright, so what you gotta do in this game is kill the aliens. Watch out for that guy up on top. Take cover behind. That's a brute shot. Not my greatest, but you know. Hey, Bat Chat. So we're gonna activate this phone. It's ringing thanks to the superintendent. The superintendent runs the city, controls every aspect from like signs to traffic lights and anything in between. So this city is like almost completely dark because of the Covenant attack, pretty much. And you're the rookie, you were knocked unconscious, and you have to figure out what's going on with your squad mates. We're just getting through this area full of grunts. They're funny. They'll say a lot of funny stuff, but sometimes they'll do some not so funny things, like throw nades at you. So I depleted all my ammo because what I want to do is start the next set of streets with grenades and ammo. And I also have visor mode on because it's dark in some of these hallways and other areas in the game. During the daytime levels, I don't have visor on as much, especially because it's bright. When you have visor mode and it's daytime outside, it's really bright and it's hard to see. So we're playing as Buck. We're figuring out what's going on with Buck. There was a helmet that slammed into a TV. So these enemies are going to drop down. I'm not going to worry about that brute, I think. These enemies want you dead bad. Oops. I got caught in that antenna thing. I'm trying to watch everything going on around me. So the plasma pistol is the best weapon to work with. It's not going good so far, because that brute's alive. There's a chance I won't get a checkpoint. Okay, we got a checkpoint. So there's a whole bunch of enemies to deal with. Also, the weapons that the brutes spawn with are all random. Particularly the leader brutes. They can still have like some of the weaker weapons, but usually it's a carbine or a brute shot. And this game can be mean with the checkpoints. There's a jackal sniper on top. And as we know from all our Halo games, they're bad. They're bad news. At least they don't one-shot you unless you're like taking a lot of damage. Gotta wait for the door to open for like 5 seconds. Someone is shooting me from behind. So there's a bunch of jackals that I gotta kill. They're not easy to deal with sometimes. They don't always like to die to a frag grenade. More jackal snipers. Gonna wait for a checkpoint. Guess not. Because I don't want to have to restart from a long checkpoint. Okay, we're just gonna make it work somehow.
Buck, location.
Almost there. What's wrong?
Multiple hostiles closing on my position.
The game likes to troll. Also, these cars.
If I don't make it.
Whoa, hang on. I'll be right there.
Too late. They spotted me.
Those cars can be a deadly weapon with those hunters meleeing them.
Talk to me. Don't move.
And I'm walking backwards so I can see where I'm being shot at. Oh, that was a bad side jump. Sometimes I like to hit a 360 with that side jump, but didn't work out for me. So we find out Dare is not in her pod. She escaped. She probably threw her helmet away. But in any case, there's an engineer that investigates the pod, and Buck thinks that Dare was killed by this engineer. And then Romeo comes in to save Buck from being pretty much killed by the engineer, because the engineers, they all are strapped with bombs by the brutes. Brutes are just mean in general. And the engineers, they provide overshields, so it makes enemies even harder, unless of course you have a plasma pistol. So now we're playing as the rookie again. We're gonna find out what happened with our other squad mates. Yes, that's true. And my frame rate's going way up. My drop frames, rather. So anyways, we're walking the streets, and not much happens on these streets, other than just making our way through and seeing the occasional enemy or two. So the ODST version I'm on is backwards compatible. The reason why is because the game loads faster between levels. MCC is much harder because the enemies are more accelerated due to 60 frames per second. Also, I have a couple extra plasma grenades to work with. I'm gonna do a frag boost here. There we go. Gotta be careful with that because that has the potential to kill me. So we killed a couple enemies. Sometimes there's also a brute stalker that likes to shoot behind me. It doesn't happen much, and that's a grunt, by the way. But anyway, brute stalkers sometimes carry firebombs, and that's very effective. So there's a drone camera that I'm going to investigate. We're going to be playing as Dutch next. And Dutch has a Spartan laser. So, because the frame rate is a little faster with MCC, it just happened to speed things up with everything, with the AI, while you're just a little slower. Well, you didn't go slower. It just, you're a little slower than them. And makes it a little more difficult.
Trooper, over here, help us secure this vehicle.
There's one. This part here is all RNG, particularly the first chopper. Fun fact, the chopper is only on this level, it's not on any other level. It's a bad vehicle. They could have had it on a couple more levels, but, you know, the chopper just shouldn't belong in this level to begin with. So this walk line here, it's not really difficult. What I do is I use the A button, or I guess the jump button, hold on to the jump button so that it lifts the ghosts up, and I can climb. And then I maneuver with one hand, and then the other I just rotate the camera around. This section here, sometimes it's dicey depending on how the enemies like to treat me. The enemies were a little nice. So this space elevator that's collapsing, like the whole structure is falling apart, and it lands on the city. At least the city's evacuated. So in the story, the city is just spread out rather than like all concentrated in one area in case if like the space elevator ever just failed. It would reduce casualty count. Alright, this part here, sometimes it gives me problems, especially with the jackals. Sometimes the ghost does not like to hit a jackal, or vice versa. The jackal likes to live, even if being directly hit, which is really stupid. Not a hard level, to be honest. Yeah, choppers are bad. Like, they suck at maneuverability. At least they have a decent fire rate if you manually shoot. And what happens is Dutch, depending on what vehicle you get, he tumbles out of the vehicle and it crashes. Of course, Dutch survives, which is a miracle because driving off a cliff from like a couple hundred feet, you would think you would die. Dutch is like the mini Master Chief, in a way. Only Master Chief fell from space and hit an amberclad. So now we're back to playing as a rookie. We're gonna go out of sequence here. We're gonna be playing Oni Alpha Site first instead of Kazingo. In the story, it's Kazingo first and then Oni Alpha Site. So I couldn't do a frag jump because it loses health, and if I lose a lot of health, if I get sniped by a jackal, it's one hit shot. So I gotta be careful here. Yeah, that happened. It sucks getting sniped. That's a loss of time, like a minute and a half. Prowlers. They could have had prowlers in this game too, quite honestly. So yeah, it really sucks losing that much time. I knew where the jackal was, but for whatever reason I couldn't hit him. And I was being shot by the brute too, which really sucks. And every time you come across this area, the spawns will likely be different. They can be the same, but it'll be likely different. Also, this can be easier with a sniper rifle. Good, he's dead. Sometimes grunts like to just kill. Also, I would have loved to prefer a plasma pistol over the needler any day of the week, but it's definitely better than the SMG. Yeah, it sucks dying like that. Okay, so we have the best spawn set pretty much. I don't have to worry about that sniper that's over here, and that brute is like way over there. Are you serious? Hey buddies, don't shoot me. I like how that brute does that walk. You know, when he does that walk, it shows that he doesn't care. He's like, whatever. There's a chance for a sniper to be here. A jackal sniper. So this next section is the hardest. Where'd the other guy go? Hey, mister. Okay, at least he didn't get away. And that opened up for whatever reason. So these caches are part of New Game Plus. When you collect audio logs, you can unlock one at a time. They have mongooses. They also have rockets and snipers. And I gotta deal with enemies that are alert now. Especially this brute. I gotta wait because my health is depleted. Really sucks too. I really should grab the plasma pistol. No, I don't need it. I don't think. But yeah, unfortunate that I lost a lot of time. So now there's this little explosive control pad, whatever it's called. So you can tell the bridge is destroyed. And we're going to be playing as Dutch again. And Mickey is over to our right. And he's the most annoying character because he likes to troll me in game.
I got this one. You do the rest. That's the last one.
So I play on my regular account for New Game Plus. So it makes this game a little easier. I don't have to walk on the streets all the time. He's in my way. Sometimes if he's in my way, I switch weapons instead of activate the console. So we gotta watch out where these race shots land. And there's Mickey. He's invincible, by the way. All your allies are invincible, except for the superintendent or Virgil towards the Data Hive and Coastal Highway. So we snipe that grunt. It's a lot easier to work with more Spartan laser ammo instead of shooting that one grunt down. Aw, boo-hoo.
Target down.
Much obliged.
Swapping mags.
So I give a Marine the sniper because they have more armor. And we just have to wait for these drop ships to deploy their troops.
All teams, hold the ridge. Don't let them near the Audi building.
Got him.
I hate when grunts cover up their heads because can't get a headshot on them. Gotta throw a lot of frags.
Big bam and a brain pan.
Fall back. I repeat, fall back to the top of the ridge.
Courage, warriors! Take this hill or die upon it!
Reloading.
More phantoms look sharp.
Scary. There we go. Back to full health and stamina. So yeah, I haven't gotten all my achievements on this account yet. So we're just gonna hide here for like a few seconds. And then this next area will load in.
Everyone get inside the building.
Too many of them, Dutch. We gotta scoot.
And then we wait for Mickey to... Oh, he teleported for whatever reason. I hate when he does that.
I got turret.
I hate it even more when I don't adjust my camera at all. So I'm setting up for the fight that's coming up. There's 6 waves of enemies. They come in on each side of the
Wait, what? More
doors.
explosives? Yeah, what gives? I thought we were supposed to protect this building.
I have orders to deny enemy access to all classified data.
Sometimes this frag grenade crate doesn't like to move the way I want it to move.
They're cutting through the door.
Hey, thanks for the good luck, Zorks.
People, find some cover. All right, here they come. Watch your crossfire.
So I like how these enemies spawn here first. At least I think. I hate using a frag on those jackals, but you know, sometimes they don't want to work with me.
Left side, Dutch. They're pouring into the left.
That jackal was not paying any attention to me. That's pretty funny.
Adjust your fire.
Hey, if you really want to trade.
They're coming in from the left.
Drop that one hard.
Oh, sure, I didn't want this great gun. Some for me.
I don't feel bad for that grunt. Okay. That was awkward.
All right, got him.
Finally got a checkpoint. Sub 6. It'll work.
On my last mag.
Yeah, we did it. Phantom dropping reinforcements.
So more enemies are gonna pretty much show up in this firefight simulator.
Target down.
He's gotta kill us.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for shooting me like that. So more enemies are showing up. There's a brute with a brute shot. He always will have a brute shot, and it's really scary.
Cover me, reloading.
Oh, that poor guy.
That's the last of them, Dutch. Come to my position.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Usually I give one of the officers the rockets, but for whatever reason I gave Mickey rockets. I don't trust
I'll
Mickey.
get that letter to your family, I promise.
Hold on.
Everyone
Mickey.
on the elevator. I put enough charges in this shaft to blow this building twice.
All right, that's it. Transfer the detonation.
I don't know
code
why
to
I
my
had a
phone.
spiker.
If anyone's taking
Oh
this
wait, that's
place out,
because of the
it's gonna
rocket
be me.
situation. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, another elevator simulator.
Evac Bird's gonna meet us on the roof.
Hey, Dr. Frenderman. Thanks.
Where the heck did these buggers come from?
Underground tunnels are filled with the damn things.
Finally, a good reason to blow this building up.
So using the this map here really helps out determine what enemies I have to deal with.
Don't look at me, Dutch. I voted to get the hell out of here. You relax, we'll be fine.
Listen how annoying Mickey is. So this isn't a terrible Oni alpha site. There's this chieftain.
Rockets up.
Gotta use a plasma pistol charge.
Yeah, I'm so glad he's dead.
Yeah, I'm so glad he's dead too. Okay, it should be good. There we go. 926. So the reason why we're on that mission is because the Covenant want to take the building, but we destroy the building to temporarily deny them access to the important stuff. And then Mickey at the end, he goes on a Pelican and detonates bombs. The explosives, rather. They're not just bombs. So depending on how I handled the tunnel previously, since I killed pretty much all the enemies, I don't have to deal with any of them. If I kill half or less, then those enemies will respawn again. Oh, that was a nice landing for once. I'm gonna try this trick here. Watch. This is gonna be bad. A grunt noticed me. It doesn't always work out. And unfortunately, when you get shot, it can make a difference between living and dying. So, during my grenade setup, I got shot at, which is most unfortunate. Yeah, it's pretty good time. Oh yeah, here's Kazingo. This is one of the worst levels in the run. Bad RNG, especially when it comes to the Banshee board. This level, the first half of it is bad. Oh, that's great. That bubble shield didn't save me.
Frag out. Backflash.
Get to the Scorpion tank, Trooper, before the race takes it out!
You don't belong. See, this is why we have bad RNG on this level.
Over your ears.
Also, I don't want needlers for the Banshee. I can't have any needlers.
Get to the Scorpion tank, Trooper, before the race takes it out!
Oh, that's not gonna work. Yeah, already doing a bad job here.
Frag out. Backflash clear.
Get to the Scorpion tank, Trooper, before the race takes it out!
Stupid button mechanics. Also, no checkpoint. The game really wants to screw me over this time around.
Every Marine in the city is heading for a rally point near the Naval Intelligence Building. You ought to come with us.
Sure, as long as I get to drive the tank.
We got a squad of Marines pinned down, far corner of the next plaza.
The best way to deal with that
Once you commit,
ghost
don't stop moving.
is to just weave around. This brute's hitbox is all over the place. It's not where you think it is. Look at that barrel roll. That was smooth, even though it kind of was a distraction.
Relax, Marine. Wait till
So if I don't have a plasma pistol, I have to resort to a rockets
for sure.
and beam rifle combo.
I said hold your fire. Concentrate on the range at the end of the... Ah, hell. Backflash clear. Let him have it.
Too late.
All right.
Gotta kill that guy because he rockets the Banshees and he's also a distraction. That Banshee's not good. It's most unfortunate when I have to resort to this scenario, unfortunately. Because here's what can happen. These Banshees don't always like to do what I want them to do. There we go. And it's slower anyway. I was gonna go over there. I gotta let my health recover first. There we go. It wouldn't be so bad if I didn't lose all that time at the very start of this level. But it goes to show how bad the RNG can be on Kazingo. This is pretty much just a Banshee fight simulator at this point. It's on a timer pretty much. I don't want that brute throwing a bubble like his brother did.
Get some fire on the back.
Guess that Banshee bombed myself so those grunts wouldn't have a chance at grenading me.
Roar.
My Banshee armor's at 0. And this guy here that shot a fuel rod cannon, he's deadly.
How'd you like this, huh?
And that Phantom turret is also bad news.
Eat it! Eat it!
Alright, everything is cleared.
Hey! On your side!
So, you play as Mickey, by the way. He's an annoying character. And we meet up with Dutch, but you already knew that at Oni Alpha Site. And then there's an officer that asks for an explosives expert through that door. And now we're playing as the rookie again. That landing is not easy to make undamaged. So more Covenant want to come and kill me. My right rear light is broken off. How's the run? It's okay. As for the other runs, I don't know. I kind of was practicing. And then now we have this here. 2 turrets. Can't get a kill off him. He better not get on. At least I don't have a ghost, I don't think. We're good. If there's a ghost, that's bad news. That's with the turrets, by the way. If you have 2 turrets and a ghost, there's a very low chance of survival. Hey Kronos, I can't, well, I have to go to work after, but I'm gonna give you good luck too for your run.
What about all those
Unfortunately, I have to go to work as soon as I'm done with this. Originally, I was gonna watch this, but things changed. So this here is also a bad RNG level.
Digging all these stairs.
That did it! Shoot, shoot!
That poor grunt. I took a lot of damage.
Landing on the fixed jackals with carbines up top. Watch yourself.
Sometimes these enemies don't like to spawn in at the right time. And that can happen. That's why this level has bad RNG. And sometimes it can just give me bad RNG anyway. Also, I need to learn to shoot a little better.
Phantom, let jackals with carbines up top. Watch yourself.
Target down.
Get down!
That nade did not work.
Yeah.
Also didn't work. That's my fault. Because sometimes I like to be a little fast with grenade placement, but the stairs don't always allow you to get a boost.
Phantom, landing on the jackals with carbines up top. Watch yourself.
Gotta make sure they come out of their hiding hole.
We're down, Gunny. On a rooftop, northeast of your location. Stay put, Dutch. We'll come to you.
At least I got through, but the game didn't give me a checkpoint. The game sometimes likes to do that in hopes of screwing me up.
Sniper, up high.
Laurel, Romeo, get to work.
This is bad.
Hoorah!
Jetpack through. Don't let him get behind us.
Oops. That's not good. I'm gonna die. I made that work. My plasma pistol didn't want to charge.
We're almost there.
Finally, I got a checkpoint. Thank you, game, for actually doing what you're supposed to do.
Cover me, reloading.
So now we're on this beam that sways when banshees pass through. That jackal actually survived. It's funny how the reticle for the beam rifle fits just well for a jackal. It also fits well for elites, but we don't fight elites.
What's our situation?
Bird's wasted. Lost the pilot
Get him
on
off the
impact.
turret
Rest
because
of
this
us are
turret
okay.
sucks.
Not
Oops.
for long.
Did not mean to do that.
Inbound. Why am I not surprised?
What I wanted was to just
Take a turret, Romeo.
have
Search
him
your ammo. This is gonna get
or
hot.
have the turret detached.
Phantom coming in left. Got the trick.
Also, the Spartan laser matches Guilty Spark's eye.
Down. That was my scout, dude.
Nicely done.
Always get behind people that are shooting because you don't want to get yourself killed in the process.
Flashback.
Aw, you're mad. Too bad. Those grunts are scary.
I got turret.
Phantom, dead ahead.
Keep her steady.
There we go.
Down. Get clear.
Who's shooting me? Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's a police pelican. Get out of the way.
Hell of a job.
I actually got that kill.
Phantom, hit him hard.
Dutch.
Phantom to our right.
I was being attacked from behind.
The backflash for medicine. Raining man shield.
That was a bad shot. There's just too much stuff for that Phantom, the last Phantom to spawn. Also, the Phantoms spawn randomly too, in random spots, but it'll only be one spot at a time.
Hang back. We're in on, boys. We're almost through this.
We got one more phantom coming. Look out! Chase that!
Okay, not bad. So, if we watch the cutscene at the end of that level, it's very iconic in ODST. There's a brute chief and he kills the officer and then proceeds to attack Romeo, who's trying to snipe him, but he doesn't really get any good shots off, and Romeo almost dies. He gets hit with the bladed side of the hammer, and then Buck comes in to save Romeo, and then they look for a way to get out because their mission is pretty much doomed. Pelican unfortunately isn't going to help because it crashed. So now we're back to playing as Rookie. Going to Kikawani Station. Fun fact, Sadie's story takes place in Kikawani Station, and it's kind of a major part of the story too, because that is where a lot of the city evacuates from, is Kikawani Station. But now it's all flooded, and there's no trains at work because of the flooded railways. So now we gotta find a way to get a Phantom and fly out of here.
Phantom? Been years since I even ran a simulation.
Well, let's see what you remember, Cooper. Move!
One has to wonder, why do you have to go through all this mess flying through tunnels rather than just simply flying up and out? If I killed that grunt, I would have had a better chance at it. That was close.
Go!
That was
Mickey,
badly
up the
executed,
lid.
by the way.
Kill the pilot.
Here goes nothing.
Somehow worked though. So now we just have to wait for Mickey. He likes to take his sweet time getting on the Phantom. Depending on when you teleport him, of course. That one grunt didn't want to take a headshot though. At least Mickey is competent enough to kill a couple of brutes that are just sitting in their Phantom.
Purple. But she's good to go.
So we're lining up with Romeo, so when he gets up and stands up like completely, we'll Banshee bomb and boost into him so that he gets into the Phantom a lot faster. And he walks slow too for obvious reasons. And then we're lining up with Dutch, so he can just get in right away. See, it's all flooded.
All set back there? Affirmative. Romeo, let's man these turrets.
Kikowani Station is a little fascinating.
Banshees, coming through the tunnel.
That's the way we're headed. Take him out.
There we go.
That's right, you damn
If I'm low enough, that Banshee can't Banshee bomb me.
Well, like the good book says, payback's a bitch. I don't think it actually says
Also, it's a little faster, but also riskier to use a beam rifle and shoot what I just shot.
Doors open. I'll go first.
And there are engineers inside those things. Nikki's actually cooperating. That's actually very useful. Blowing up the Banshee was part of my plan too.
Damn, door's jammed. Must have lost power.
I'll head through on foot. See if I can find a workaround inside the tunnel.
Go right ahead. Don't kill me. In case if there was a brute, I would have a beam rifle. Oh, hi, buddy.
That did it. Door's open.
Run.
Troopers, I got bad news.
What? You really are gonna make us walk out of this city?
You got a scarab right by our exit.
This is the
That
best
brute chieftain
mission.
wants me dead. And he's scary too, by the way.
Knock out its legs and it'll stop moving, Gunny.
And that Phantom just sits there. You can destroy the Scarab, but it's a lot faster to just go through the door. You know, what Bungie should have done was make that door locked until you defeated the Scarab. Like, that's the point where Bungie started getting a little lazy with Halo, is that door. It's sad because that fight would have been something if it was mandatory. So now we're going into Data Hive. It's the worst level in the game. Worse than NMPD and Kazingo combined. Unless I get, like, very good luck. Oh, there we go. There's actually 2 frags there, but on a normal aisle, I just get 1 because I start out with 2. And 3 is the max you can get. So Buck and the others make their way out of Kikowani Station. And Buck will eventually make an appearance on this level. Because he, quote, forgot something.
Alarm! Intruder! In tunnels!
I hate jackals. Sometimes they're bad. Sometimes they'll even fight when they're unshielded from an EMP. And then this grunt here is just walking like nothing's happening. Gotta jump over them. Too late. Your bubble shield did not prevent that pistol from headshotting you.
Thanks, Trooper. They almost had me. Been trying to get down to the next level checking my team, but this stack is locked down tight.
Welcome. Access granted.
Huh. Guess you have the magic touch.
Alright,
Buggers! Look out!
good. Also, I got a checkpoint. This level is infamous for its lack of checkpoints at times.
You go first.
Also, got to recycle through my plasma pistols.
Guys. Fuckers got all the
Oh, boo-hoo. Getting fire bombs is really helpful. It's not mandatory, but it's really helpful. There's some instances where I can't get one at all. That's why they're, like, very useful. And I swear that looks like flood blood. Oh, boo-hoo. You're all dead. Good. Someone wants to kill me. That's not how you do it, buddy. Yeah, good job, buddy. Silly grunt. Learn to throw in the right spot. It's actually funny to see them blow themselves up like that.
You're going down to level 9 too.
Sucks so that I have a very low grenade count.
Welcome. Access granted.
Heads up.
I got a checkpoint, that's good. It's not easy to get a checkpoint in that area. That's not good. Well, I have at least one of each grenade. I'll make it work. But that section is dicey, especially when you try to do it really, really fast.
I'm sorry.
That's why on marathon runs I just take it easy.
More about everything.
I don't think that's good enough. Killed one. Drones suck. Their heads don't always like to connect with my shots. And they always move around in a different random spot.
Welcome. Access granted.
Now, if I was able to get a brute shot, which is very hard to do, this particular sub-level on, then this room would be a lot easier, because they're pretty much one-shottable, unless you shoot them from like a more distant area of effect range.
Okay, take it.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know that. We should do a voice comparison after I kill this grunt. Okay. I don't know why the game was not allowing me to collect that shot, that health pack. Also, that happened. And I got a checkpoint in the worst possible scenario. Silly grunt. There we go. That's how you collect it. Also, I hate the pistol, but if it's the only thing I have, gotta watch my back too for these guys. Anyway, having a carbine is better than this sad example of a weapon. Birdshot again is the best weapon to work with when it comes to those guys. That grunt decided to just blow himself up over by that explosive. Good, I got a checkpoint. Because I haven't gotten one in a while. This part here. That's a first. First try. So, I have to... That's a frame perfect and position perfect trick. Okay, maybe not quite position perfect, but still, it's frame perfect. Pretty much. You have to watch for the beam rifle shot. And the reason we do that is because we skip this entire fight. See these hives here? All those drones will come swarming in on us. Oh, almost made it. And it's no fun to fight these buggers because they're all over the place and they shoot you everywhere. And there is no way to get cover. There's like, it's pretty much an open area. And then at the end of this area here's a drone that actually has energy shields. Yeah. Imagine having energy shielded drones in this area. Drones are a very annoying enemy to deal with. Alright, now we're gonna rescue Virgil.
Won't be long before they smash through that door.
Let's take them out now.
Imagine Sadie coming across this here, let alone Data Hive.
You do know your stuff.
Aw, too bad. Dare was already to the railing, so I couldn't really do anything. If she is bumped into the side, her side, to the railing, she's just gonna keep going, but if like she's in front of it, the game will think she's in front of the door and then trigger the dialogue early.
The engineer still has shields, but they won't last long in a firefight.
I gotta be careful, or I gotta pay attention here.
Take point, clear a path to Buck.
I gotta listen for like any audio cues of when those jetpack brutes launch.
He's dead? He's got a hammer.
Hope that's not good. I should have known better than to swing the hammer. because a hammer swing will blow up a grenade.
Heretics! Stubborn us!
This is our exit, rookie. Head through the door.
Alright, we're good. Virgil's alive. This is gonna be a 14-minute level though, which really sucks.
About this asset. Feel free to fill me in whenever.
Not now, Buck.
I'm hit.
Get a move on Virgil. Yeah, those buggers are annoying.
Door's locked. Damn.
Got enough hammer charge.
We have a key.
And if this guy would just leave me alone. Also, we still don't have a checkpoint. Get hyped for the 1 second
I've seen
time
hundreds
save
of
with
these
this
things
strat
today.
if I can
Why
make
is
it
this
work.
one so important?
This engineer knows what the Covenant's after. If I could safely capture more of them, I would. What they know could win the war.
Oh,
You haven't killed any of them, have you?
no. Well, maybe one or two.
Nice work.
How was I supposed to know?
Alright, here we go. Checkpoint. That was maybe less than a second of time save. Sometimes it could save even more.
Elevator. Come on.
Yeah, I don't like getting 14-minute runs. But yeah, those 1 second time saves are awesome. So now we're going to be on a escort mission throughout the entire level. Coastal Highway. It's 70% highway and pretty much 25% firefights.
How about you hang back? Let us clear a path.
Agreed. I'll stay with the asset, give it close cover.
Actually, I would say 66% highway and 25% firefight. Because this part here, you're just traversing through the level. Hitting the pole.
All the shooting, it's frightening.
Want me to give it a little push? Just trying to help.
There we go.
There he goes.
So, what I did there was just manipulate their spawn position and
Should
teleport
be an
them.
elevator right through here.
Destiny awaits.
Careful, rookie. The asset's taking fire.
Bungie wanted to focus on Destiny
We'll need
after
the aliens
Reach,
to power on the switch.
so they kicked Halo to the curb, which is kind of sad. But I can't wait for Halo Infinite.
Take the wheel, rookie. All right, shotgun.
I really hope it turns out to be the best Halo game, or at least a very good Halo game.
Hey, Captain. Pick a lane.
It's a little crowded in here.
Also, these grunts, I should treat them like
Controls are...
live explosives,
Watch me put that.
because sometimes when they die, they just literally activate a plasma grenade.
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just
And
stay out
Dare's
of our
driving
way.
has been problematic lately. She doesn't know how to avoid vehicles.
I have him in my sight.
When they're not looking, it's okay to
Shut these doors.
run them over.
Give the engineer a second to override the lock.
Oh, look at that truck. Dare somehow had the talent to make the trucks standing like that.
What just happened?
I think the engineer found a way to extend its shield. Send a current to the outer plating. I don't know how strong the shields are, so stay close.
Don't worry, we got you covered.
Those grunts actually can throw their grenades pretty far too. Good thing we weren't power drained because that ceases our vehicle's operation and I can't move at all.
Give me an angle.
Somebody died from the looks of things.
They're all heading for the slip space crater, the Covenant dig site north of the city.
Awesome. We got a donation on my run.
Fancy, up above. I think we did it.
Alright, here comes the bugger door. A whole bunch of buggers are gonna spawn. So we're gonna blow them up with rockets. Did some damage there. That's good.
Keep it steady.
That was a very good clear.
Phantom inbound.
That's a carbine group. Look at that.
Your insurance information. Keep her steady.
Look at the grunt. Just literally throw a grenade right where he was standing.
I could use a breather. Wait. Okay, let's motivate.
So we have a new Warthog. I switch him out because that first Warthog I was in, it takes damage. Plus I have to reload my rockets. Being closer helps. Not that close though. I had to make sure I was in the driving position. So yeah, this part can be dicey sometimes.
Alright, ease up. Cool your heel. It's the... Hey, hold up! It's the Gauss Hog! Let's change vehicles!
Gotta get the health back
Same
too.
deal, Trooper. You drive, I'll shoot. I'll take gunner duty.
Alright, Buck.
Put me in
Get in
range.
the vehicle.
Be ready, there's more!
Sometimes I have to ask myself why I even shoot that rocket at the Banshee. Can't advance too far ahead because I'll take all the damage if Dare's not around. And likewise, if Dare is too far ahead, she takes all the damage. And with a lot of enemies, she can be killed. And Virgil's also providing energy shields for the trash can. Garbage truck, I mean.
Keep her steady! Stay on target.
I knew there was somebody behind me. I could just sense it. These Banshees, yeah, have to.
I see it. Must have dropped out from one of those cruisers. Just keep driving. It hasn't spotted us.
Okay. there's this wraith over here I can just shoot pretty much.
Give me an angle.
How the hell did you make it down this highway in one piece?
There weren't as many Covenant last night.
I see a Scorpion tank up ahead. We need the extra firepower.
Leave her alone.
Ready fire.
There we go. Now we gotta learn to drive. And Dare's already far ahead. And no checkpoint. I hope she can survive.
Race is out of commission. Heads up. Entry. Don't let that hit. Entry's coming down. It's clear.
Alright. We're not out of the woods because we gotta protect Dare.
I have them in my sight.
There's one. Still no checkpoint. Good going game.
Good work.
Also, Dare's driving can suck here sometimes. So I gotta move these vehicles out of the way.
Assault carrier. 10 o'clock high. That's the size of that thing. Here she goes. Watch out.
And Buck also had Salt Carrier.
Ghost inbound.
Finally a checkpoint.
It's charging its excavation beam.
But the dig site's on the other side of the city.
And kaboom.
Boom!
Oh wow. Ghost actually survived. We're good. Okay, Dare. You're taking a lot longer than I thought you would. Kaboom. I haven't heard a grunt say kaboom yet.
Damn it, no! They're gonna burn this city and then collapse the whole planet! Covenant bastards! This is like reeks all over again!
Made it out of there. Make it out of here. Do this spot.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Mickey, you read me? Change your plans. You're coming to us.
Sky's
Okay, that guy's dead.
Gummy.
There's no other way. Covenant just waits at the highway. We're gonna keep rolling as far as we can. Get airborne. Fly the Phantom to my beat.
Understood.
Whatever you do, stay clear of that carrier.
Overall, this is a decent run, I think. Alright, we're gonna take this vehicle so we can stop the scare of that approaching us. Get in, Buck.
Shotgun. Scare him! Look out! This one's onto us!
We're going too fast. I
Buck
can't
is
stop.
desperately trying to use the assault rifle against the Scarab.
Veronica! Talk to me!
Asset. It's all right.
Who the alien? What about you?
This garbage truck's had it.
Yeah, it's a robo-spider, even though it only has 4 legs.
Take the next off-ramp. I see a building north side of the highway. We'll hold up there.
Imagine
Wait
a
for me.
Scarab with
Veronica,
8 legs.
Wait here. Rookie, let's secure that building.
So now we have the hardest fight up ahead. These 2 sleeping grunts. They're a major threat. They could end this run. That was really hard. Harder than Brute Chieftains.
Area secure. Veronica, come to us. We'll cover you.
Mickey, what's your ETA? Had to reroute, Gunny. The whole damn city's on fire.
Trooper, I have a tier 1 asset and a whole bunch of Covenant that want it dead. Whatever you gotta do, step on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes the garbage truck likes to cause problems and just create a slow frame rate for this game. Last night it did that, but this time it didn't. Alright, now we have the firefight simulator.
Hostile phantoms coming in.
That's not good. Wow.
Thanks.
More phantoms. Look sharp.
Oh yeah, and I have to get health too.
You're in a better place now.
Fine. Reloading. Something tells me you're not active. Incoming.
Get out of the way, dumbass.
Covenant, hotshot. Grenade out. Out of the list. Put the pineapple in there.
I stole Buck's kill.
Right ahead. Hostile.
Okay, there is a Jackal sniper.
Taking fire.
Scary. That's done. And that guy is dead too.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Low on ammo.
You did good.
Good thing I had enough rockets to work with. I have no grenades. Should be okay though.
On the highway.
That's not good.
Aw, you lost the game. Double kill. Good fight, I think.
Hello? Anyone in there?
Alright. This is it. The end of the run, pretty much.
Yeehaw! Light 'em up, boys! Romeo, take the one on the left. I got it. Hold her steady.
Those brutes that are in the tank only have 1 health.
Make one hell of a team.
Just nice to know they really do listen. Come on, let's get out of this city.
Yeah, let's get out of the city. And that's it for
Go,
ODST.
rookie. Head for the...
And time. Alright. How did we do? And Kronos is coming up with Halo, I think. $126.50 or something like that. That's time, by the way. So that wasn't a bad run. That's like about a 122. So I'm pretty happy I did good in that run. I mean, you saw most of the levels had like issues. So thanks a lot for hosting me. Good luck to Kronos with Halo CE on Legendary.